I left the bar feeling lightheaded, the kind of dizzy that comes from too many laughs and one too many drinks. I didn't plan to stay long, but the night had a magnetic pull, and somehow, I found myself walking beside a stranger. He was charming in that effortless way, smiling at every little thing I said, making me feel heard in a way I hadn't felt in months. In a spur-of-the-moment decision, I let him walk me home, forgetting for a brief time the life waiting for me behind the front door. The streets were quiet, and the cool night air was a sobering contrast to the warmth of the bar. I told myself I was just talking, just laughing, just existing in this strange bubble with someone I didn't know. My phone buzzed in my pocket, but I ignored it. It was my husband, I realized, trying to reach me. I didn't respond. I told myself I'd text later when I felt steady, when the night felt less chaotic. By the time I arrived home, the stranger had vanished into the shadows, leaving me standing at my own doorstep with a pit growing in my stomach. I knew I had to tell my husband I was safe, but a strange hesitance rooted me there. Maybe it was guilt, maybe it was fear, maybe it was the tiny thrill of rebellion. I hadn't admitted to myself until that moment. I slipped inside quietly, hoping he was asleep. But the living room light was on, and there he was, standing like he had been waiting for me all along. His face was calm, but his eyes carried a storm I couldn't yet name. "You didn't answer your phone," he said simply. There was no accusation, only a quiet tension that made the walls feel closer. For a long moment, I couldn't speak. I wanted to tell him everything, or maybe nothing at all. I realized then that what I had done wasn't just a night, outgone too far. It was a breach of trust, a crack in the foundation we had built together. My heart pounded not from fear of punishment, but from the recognition of what I had risked and what I could have lost. He didn't yell. He didn't storm out. He just looked at me, waiting for honesty, for acknowledgement, for the fragile truth that hung between us. And in that silence, I felt the weight of my choices, and the fragile thread of love and forgiveness that might just still hold us together. The stranger was gone. The night was over. And yet the echoes of that one decision lingered. I had stepped out seeking something, perhaps adventure or validation, and returned with clarity. That night taught me that safety is not just physical, it's honesty. It's trust. It's the courage to come home and face the consequences of our own choices.